So imagine this. You're tracking a fleeing suspect from the air, both hands locked on the controls. A critical radio call comes in, and you have to take a hand off the sticks to respond. In those few seconds, you risk losing your positive ID and you compromise your ground elements. What if you didn't have to choose between comms and controls? Rob with Drone 50 checking in, and today I'm bringing you a real operator upgrade. I've spent nearly a decade in public safety UAS, currently supervising a team of 46 public safety pilots. One thing I've learned, communication isn't optional, it's survival. This is true across all the uncrewed battle space. Comms are mission critical. And that's the focus today, how to keep your communication clean, keeping both hands on the sticks where they belong. This is just one of the operator level upgrades I'm working on. If you want more tips and gear breakdowns that can save your mission and possibly somebody's life, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next one. Your support keeps this mission moving, and it makes a bigger impact than you realize. Now imagine this. Both hands locked on the controls while your radio traffic cuts through the noise. Secure, clear, without broadcasting it to everyone around you. The solution's simple. A Bluetooth push-to-talk magnetically mounted directly on the back of the controller. Magnetic means modular. I can hot swap it across platforms, from the M300 to the M30, the Mavic to the Avata, even a PlayStation 5 DFR controller, you name it. Assign it to the pilot and it moves with them cross-platform and cross-mission. You'll need some magnetic mounts from Amazon, I'll link it below. No improvised Velcro rigs, no duct tape hacks. Snap it in and you're mission ready. Pair this with some open-ear bone conduction style headphones and you have radio traffic in true stereo, all while preserving your situational awareness. Now, Ruben over at earphoneconnect.com actually sells adapters for several platforms. I can only speak directly to the APX 6000 application because that's where I put in real-world flight hours. Also, linked in the comments. Huge favor, could you please sound off with your radio model in the comments? I'm wanting to provide that info back to Earphone Connection so they know where to push resources. And just to be clear, I'm not sponsored. I met Ruben earlier this year and I told him I wanted a controller-mounted push-to-talk option, and we started to brainstorm. And here's where we landed. So back to the audio. Here's a huge operational advantage. Bone conduction equals open ear. You're not sealed off. You can still hear your VO while radio traffic comes in crystal clear stereo. I started with shocks. Great product, but pricey. For further testing, I acquired a $15 generic pair from TeamU with a boom mic. Way better than expected. Not Gucci gear, but if it falls in a ditch, I'm only out lunch money. Just make sure that your headset of choice also has mic capabilities. Pro tip, mic on your cheek equals mixstatic. Swing it off a little and your audio goes from drive-through noise to tactical clarity. And you can also use this with any other earpods or Bluetooth headset that you have available. This setup shines in the field, but it's just as valuable inside of a real-time crime center with DFR operations. Open ear comms keep operators tied into radio traffic while still staying synced with the team around them. Awareness up, coordination tight. Inside the kit, you'll find the Bluetooth module and the PTT switch, push to talk. Then power on your radio, holding the pair button while you turn it on. Next, press and hold the PTT until it starts to flash, and then double tap and it will pair. And last, mount the magnetic switch where your support hand finger naturally rests. And you're done. Once paired, it stays paired. Here's a few field notes from lessons learned. Slide the PTT off the magnet like so. Don't pull. These magnets bite hard. Let the 3M cure overnight for a solid lock. Or if you need to go right now, use a hot air gun, a rework station, or even a blow dryer if that's what you have available. That will help set the adhesive. If you leave your radio somewhere and step out of Bluetooth range, power cycle the radio and you're back online. If you transmit using the side PT on your handheld, it will not route through the Bluetooth headset. It defaults to the radio's built-in mic and speaker. So remember, Bluetooth button equals Bluetooth mic. Radio PTT button equals radio mic. This setup has plenty of power to get me through my shift. When I sign off, I power everything down and I charge, ready for the next deployment. And one other idea. I'm not here to wade too far into the Skydio drama today, but if you've been hit with the X10 problem, where you have to social distance your radio to prevent significant interference, this could be a great solution for you if you're not running the LTE comms. Throw your radio in a backpack, set it on the tailgate. This setup could keep you in the game. While less than ideal, just execute it in a way that keeps operator safety front and center. On the topic of operator safety, there is a built-in fail-safe. One flip on the adapter, you're back to handheld, no downtime. This is critical if you have an issue in the field or the gear gets knocked loose in a scuffle. And special thanks to my good friend Wayne Baker with DJI for combining his kits with mine for cross-platform testing. And to Ruben at earphoneconnect.com for letting me torture test his product in real operating environments. For DFR, this is seriously a game changer. I've tested this with the M30T, the M350 RTK, the M3T, the Avata, and also a PlayStation 5 controller with DFR applications through DroneSense. With the Avata, I would recommend placing the magnets inside of a rubberized grip because it's one more layer of containment on a curved surface with minimal adhesion. Also, shout out to Jonathan with Still Shot Aerials. This guy does a ton to further the industry. Him and Steve, who some of you know as the Unmanned Man, are both rock stars. So here's your wrap-up, people. Magnets, Bluetooth, and bone conduction. The operator trifecta. No more fumbling radios mid-flight. No more missed traffic. No more sacrificing control for comms. Links are in the description. Acquire, adapt, and execute. Hands on the sticks, comms in your ear, aircraft in the fight. Public safety UAS is a team sport. Stronger together. Stay safe, fly safe.